What you can't see is how cold it is on this shot. We have frost advisories and freeze warnings now, even for Allentown and the Poconos. Frost advisories, not just north and west, but for the Pine Barrens in South Jersey as well. Let's look at the current numbers. We're down to 33 degrees. It's cold out there in Allentown, sitting at the freezing mark in Quakertown. 35 in Pottstown, still in the 30s in Coatesville. Holding on to the upper 40s in the city, but more than 10 degrees cooler, not going far there in Malvern. 36 in Medford, 33 in Tabernacle, and 42 in Smyrna. So it's cold this morning in some of these suburbs. You really want to grab that jacket or warm coat, but it's mostly sunny to start your morning, and 46. At lunchtime, we see a few more clouds and 61. It does look like we may see increasing clouds today. So 4 o'clock, you're going to be noticing those clouds, and temperatures holding in the 60s. At 8 o'clock, partly cloudy and 58 degrees. So you see those numbers. But Matt, something everybody's been talking about is this coastal storm coming our way. I'm going to give you the latest on that. There are some changes to the forecast. We'll be going over some of that in that 7-day in a few minutes.
And let's be clear, Karen.
With a look at what's on tap for the rest of this weekend, it's going to be, you know, looking like how we feel right now as a Philly sports fan.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The clouds are rolling in. Maybe that'll dampen your spirits a little bit, but at least we've got that sunshine early on. But it is a chilly start to the day. At 6 o'clock this morning, we're only in the mid-40s in the city. However, in some suburbs, we're down to the 30s and even low 30s. So you got to bundle up a little bit. At 9 o'clock, it's 51. At 11 o'clock, it's 59 with still a good amount of sunshine. Some patchy clouds, though. At lunchtime, you're sitting at 61 degrees. Maybe you're heading out to enjoy some fall foliage this weekend, and we do have some areas that are now in the moderate zone, even just east of the city. You have to go out north and west near State College and areas to kind of get some of the higher peaks of the fall foliage, but you're able to enjoy that. So today is a day where you're going to see sunshine with increasing clouds through the day today, but still a pleasant day, even though you're starting it off really chilly. 68 degrees for your high is going to feel a little better this afternoon. It's mostly cloudy with some drizzle moving in on Saturday, even some late day showers. We have an AccuWeather alert for Sunday and Monday for some gusty winds, but some question about when that rain moves in now. So we've got some changes to the forecast. We'll talk about this in the 7-day in just a few minutes. Christy and Matt.
Thanks, Karen. A hoodie for the cold weather out there.
It's a good idea, and an umbrella for when the storm comes, right? Good morning, everybody. Let's talk about our frosty start. Yes, you want the hoodie, even a warm jacket in some of these spots, like Allentown, where you're barely above freezing. Pottstown 35, Quakertown at the freezing mark, Millville 38, Wilmington 42, a little milder in Center City itself with 47 coming in actually at the airport. Satellite and radar showing clouds are already pushing in, some high clouds right along the coastline. Everywhere else we're starting with clear conditions, so your 12-hour forecast showing the clouds increasing through the day. After our chilly start, it's a nice afternoon. At 6 o'clock, it's just 45 in the city, but even cooler in the suburbs. Still pretty bright at lunchtime and 61, but then it's mostly cloudy by 6 o'clock. Temperatures dipping into the low 60s after reaching a high in the upper 60s this afternoon. Tonight, it's not quite as chilly. We get down just to the 50s in the city, the 40s elsewhere, because we have a lot of cloud covers that help kind of insulate the environment. Saturday, we're tracking some clouds, if not some showers around. A little bit of drizzle here and there. This model showing that at 10:30, a touch of drizzle, and then a few passing showers late day or nighttime on Saturday. So Saturday, not entirely dry. I want to show you what the storm impacts we're going to see with this coastal low that develops. It develops off the southeast coast. The greatest impacts are at the shore, and Sunday to Monday we get significant coastal flood threats. We were going to be dealing with moderate to major flooding with this along the coast, and some 50-mile-an-hour gusts. That's enough to create beach erosion. So the issues will be most felt along the coast. What about the rainfall? In general, we've been saying 1 to 3 inches, and I want to show you this model's perspective that shows Sunday into Monday getting almost 3 inches along the coast, and in parts of interior South Jersey around 2, just under 2 in the city, and less if you go to your far western suburbs, about 1 inch in Reading and Allentown. But I do want to show you a new model that came in. So this is the Euro showing that on Sunday afternoon, not much happening in the city. getting a break in the rain because this low kind of pushes offshore and then wraps around Monday into Tuesday. This is something that's new, that's just coming in, and we're going to have to wait to see if other models come on board before we change the forecast. But there could be a change to the rain, and it's possible the wind starts on Sunday, but the rain may not come into Monday into Tuesday. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day. Chilly to pleasant, 68 for your high, 70 tomorrow, mostly cloudy with some late day showers. Sunday and Monday, we have the AccuWeather alert. The wind starts Sunday into Monday, especially along the coast. We'll have to keep tracking this to see when the rain starts. But it's rainy on Monday. Tuesday, clouds, limited sunshine, still could be wet if that modeling changes. On Wednesday, finally brighter, 72. Thursday, seasonable and 68 degrees. So some changes coming to the forecast, Matt.
Gotcha, Karen. Things are finally
Feel better about what happened last night.
Oh yeah,
This is the vibe we need.
Yes.
Just a cool, calm, collected dog chilling to the music.
Where are the cat videos too? Let's throw them in too. This will bring us
Made
up
me sneeze.
out of this day. Yeah, good morning everybody. Let's show you the weather center here. You got to dress the kids warmly for the bus stop today. It's chilly out there. It's got a frosty start, so put on the jacket. I don't know if we're quite in mittens and hats. I'm not ready for that, but it is cold in some spots. Now at 7 o'clock, we're at 45 in the city, but you're only in the low 30s in a couple of these suburbs, so you need to be prepared for that as you head outdoors. It's bright and sunny to start. At 9 o'clock, it's 51. At 10, it's 55. Look at the latest numbers. 33 degrees in Allentown, coldest of the season, at the freezing mark in Quakertown. 39 in Coatesville. Now you're in the upper 40s in the city, but more than 10 degrees cooler in Malvern and in Medford this morning. 33 in Tabernacle, well, it's 46 in Fortescue. Satellite and radar showing we have a lot of clouds already pushing in on the coastline. So you can see those clouds. Here's the storm system brewing for the weekend. That's still well down to the south. So what can you expect today? In the Lehigh Valley, it stays mostly sunny and 65 in the city. Really chilly, but pleasant, 68 degrees for your high in the afternoon. It stays pretty cloudy at the shore. We also have a coastal flood advisory, and that temperature there reaching the low 60s along the shore. So big impacts along the coast with this coastal storm that start on Sunday. Matt, we'll talk more about that coming up.
Gotcha, Karen. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Is it? I don't know, but things are getting better here on the...
So Karen,
Yes.
positivity, right? How about this?
Trying.
At least the Sixers weren't playing.
There
Okay,
you go.
That's being negative too.
Wow.
They would have lost as
Yeah.
well.
We're not coming up with anything. I'm just sticking with it's Friday.
Got nothing.
That's my positive thing I've
right.
got. Don't mind just that we're all dressed in black and boring colors. Good morning, everybody. We're in morning. Let's take a look at your out-the-door forecast. This will wake you up. It's cold out there. In the city itself, we'll be in the mid-40s, the coolest of the season. However, it's only in the low 30s in some of the suburbs, so you really want that heavier jacket or hoodie this morning if you're going to spend any length of time outside. It is a really nice start to the day otherwise, where we're seeing a good deal of sunshine. At 8 o'clock, it's 46. At 10, it's 55. At lunchtime, it's 61 degrees, so temperatures moderate a bit this afternoon. As we look at the fall foliage, this is what current state of things. We've got some moderate colors. I mean, maybe that'll brighten things up. Drive around and look at the pretty foliage for today or tomorrow. It's going to turn pretty cloudy tomorrow, but we are in the high areas of foliage in some of the colors that are out in the west, so it kind of a little bit better there if you want to travel to see it. Today's not a bad day. We're starting it off chilly and a little frost in some spots, but we're ending up at 68 degrees. Tomorrow we've got some patchy drizzle and some late day showers and 70, and the AccuWeather alert for Sunday and Monday because we've got some strong winds, beach erosion, and some rain that arrives, but some differences on the timing of that rain. I'll help you plan those days coming up in the 7-day in just a minute, guys. I love when they're resting her head, like half asleep on the piano.
like this,
it's just
yeah.
like, yeah, like I'm just chilling. All right, that was good. All right, good morning, everybody. Well, that lifted you up, right? This will bring you back down. We've got a frosty start to the day. In Allentown, it's only 33. Pottstown, 35. Quakertown at the freezing mark, the coldest of the season this morning. Millville, 38. In Wilmington and Philadelphia, we are at least in the 40s, in the upper 40s in Philadelphia itself. Satellite and radar showing we already see a push of clouds through South Jersey. So although we'll start bright everywhere else right along the coastline, it's pretty cloudy, and those clouds will increase a little through the day. So we're starting it off really chilly, mid 40s in the city, but it's going to be colder in those suburbs with plenty of sunshine early on. At lunchtime, it's nice. It's 61, so cool but nice. By 4 o'clock, you're in the mid to upper 60s, and you're noticing those clouds on the increase today. And tomorrow's not only cloudy, a little patchy drizzle. This is at 10:30, where you see maybe some peaks of sun here or there, but also some drizzle with a better chance for some showers Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. So we're watching for Saturday to be a little bit damp. Then we look at that coastal storm. The storm develops off the southeast coast, and Sunday into Monday we'll see the greatest impacts right along the shorefront, where you could have significant coastal flooding, moderate to major, as well as enough winds that you could see power outages or trees down. So 50-mile-an-hour gusts, and that's going to cause some beach erosion because it's coming right in out of the northeast. The greatest impacts will be along the shore. How about the rainfall? Now, this is one model that I want to show you. Sunday into Monday, bringing almost 3 inches of rain along the coastline, closer to just under 2 along I-95, with only an inch of rain in your northwest suburbs. So the greatest impacts felt along the shorefront, and also the higher amounts of rain felt right along the shorefront. But I do want to show you a change to the rainfall, and this is the Euro model. So watch this. I just saw this coming in this morning and thought, this is really different. It's showing Sunday not getting much rain. It's showing this low more offshore than retrograding in Monday into Tuesday. The reason is because we've got this upper level low that it's saying maybe that is too strong and it suppresses a little bit. So that would mean a drier Sunday, and more Monday into Tuesday is the rain. The wind, however, would still start on Sunday. I know it's a complicated system, but what I'm saying is there might be some changes coming up. I need to see more models come on board with this change first. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day. Chilly to pleasant and 68 for your high. Enjoy the sunshine. We do see some increasing clouds, but really cloudy tomorrow with patchy drizzle and a few late showers and 70. And then the AccuWeather alerts for Sunday into Monday. Those strong winds, rain at times, 64 degrees, especially rainy Monday with some gusty winds and 63. If that new model is right, it could rain into Tuesday. It's cloudy and 68, but finally brighter on Wednesday and 72. On Thursday, it's seasonable and 65 degrees. So today, enjoy the day because the weather is going downhill, Matt.
Karen, as we're out here early this morning, we had a crash very briefly along 95.